So I have a really cool project I want to talk to you about in this video, and that project is Shikage. And what I like about what these guys are doing is that they're going directly to the heart of one of the problems in the crypto space, and that is rug pulls. And so they are working diligently to try to help solve that problem and to protect us as crypto investors, and they're just trying to make the crypto space overall a better place. And so whenever they approached me, and I understood what they were doing and they wanted to sponsor a video, I'm like, absolutely. I think that this is a great project and something that should be given some light and help these guys to grow this project over time and to, again, ultimately with a goal of trying to protect us as crypto investors, I think is a goal that is to be applauded. So what I'm going to do in this video is walk you around the park, show you a few things that they've got going on, and this is a really cool project. Okay, so with all that said, run it through your own due diligence and make sure that it's the right fit for you, and if you like it, then yeah, check it out. Okay, so the particular product, if you will, from Shikage that protects against rug pulls is called Kagelock. We're going to get into that just in a minute. But let's do this. All right, so again, pretty cool graphics. They've got a really well done website. This is actually version 2 of the website, and then they've got some good stuff. They've actually got an NFT line as well. I say, so where can you get it? Well, you can get it on the usual Uniswap, but you can also get it on Hotbit X and XT. Avoid some of those gas fees. They have been audited by CertiK, so that's a good thing to know there. And right here is where they begin to talk about the kind of the problem. The problem being that scammers pulled in 2.8 billion in 21, and they're seeing more and more scanners operating in the crypto space. Shikage was born in response to the overwhelming amount of people, including themselves. Okay, so Shikage was actually started by five devs who had fallen victim in one way or the other to rug pulls. Okay. So it aims to bring, safety back to Ethereum, the Ethereum projects, etc., by creating the first anti-rug liquidity pool token to ever exist in the crypto space. We strive to create an environment where projects must be vetted and validated if the project's teams are engaging in questionable practices. Okay, we're going to look at that here in just a minute. We're actually going to look at their white paper here in just a second. Okay, so Kagelock is this liquidity pool based scenario that does help protect against rug pulls. Okay, so there's really kind of these scenarios. Kagelock is the first LP locker to introduce a cooldown period to minimize rug pulls. Okay, user-friendly interface allows you to easily extend your liquidity lock period. Okay, so we always talk about liquidity locks, things like that in the crypto space. Supports all types of tokens, including rebase tokens. Liquidity tax is locked directly. Okay, we're going to look at that. And here, by the way, this is a kind of a visual of what it looks like. It's right here. Okay, so if you're a project dev and you're looking to kind of, hey, I'm going to minimize that threat of rug pulls, then you can leverage this system and you can say, hey, we have locked. We have basically gone the extra step to protect you, the investors, and we're using the Kagelock system to protect you. And I think that's a really good thing. And again, I think that what Shikage is doing, again, is to be is admirable. Now, here's another interesting scenario. Okay, so there's your supply and there's your circulating supply. But this is really what I want to show you. Listen to this. So Shikage has a 25% sell tax during the first 72 hours of becoming a holder. Okay, yeah, you heard me right. I love it. Yeah, you heard it right. It's inspired by some ETH tokens that implemented high 24-hour tax. The high sell tax will encourage holding and allow the token to build a strong liquidity. Okay, so what this basically means is that if you buy let's say you, now we're not talking about the rug pull scenario right now. We're talking about, or the anti-rug pull scenario. We're not talking about Kagelock. We're talking about you and I as individual investors. Let's say we buy some today, okay? Well, when you buy today, a clock starts, and that's a 72-hour clock. And in that first 72 hours, if you buy, there's a 25% sell tax when you go to sell those tokens. And I think what they're really trying to do, again, they said it is they're trying to, encourage people to hold, but build strong liquidity, build strong kind of a market. But also what they're doing is preventing, people coming in, pumping, and then dumping immediately out, that kind of thing. So I love that they're doing this. And this is a really interesting thing. I haven't ever seen this before, and I thought this was really pretty cool. Now, after that 72 hours, it does drop right here where my cursor is to a normal tax of 8%. On that. So yeah, so after that 72-hour clock is over, it drops to an 8% taxation. There you go. All right. Oh, and then there's a buy side as well. So there's a buy side tax of 10% and a sell side after 72 hours of 10%. Okay, they do have NFTs coming. I think these are really, really well done. So they've got some NFT and NFT drop coming in the near future as well. All right, so real quickly, I want to show you. We already talked about Kagelock. I want to show you this. This is their white paper, and it's on their homepage right here that you can download the white paper. If you click this button, it's going to take you to this. This is what their white paper looks like, so you can check it out and read it. It goes into why they created it. Basically, this now we're going back to the Kagelock scenario. This is the anti-rug pull mechanism. So you can pause right here if you want and read this. I'm not going to read all this. If you want to pause and read this, you're welcome to do that. But again, I love that they're doing this. I think this is really a cool feature. Not something I've seen in a brand new project. So this is something that's unique. And again, this goes into their different locking modes. Okay, so this is the lock for the projects that want to leverage Kagelock to be able to say, hey, it's not going to be a rug pull, etc. This is talking about the tokenomics we just went over. So there you go, right there. It's basically just a recap of what we covered, just in a much more nice visual scenario here. This is the roadmap. So you can see kind of phase one of where they're at. And we're going to look real quickly at their price action here just a minute. Holders, you can see that they have phase two. So they do have a coin market listing, etc. Phase three. So there are some things that they have accomplished in phase one, phase two, phase three. Remember, we do know that they are on some central exchanges. We talked about those earlier a little bit. Okay, so then there's phase four. Okay, so by the way, I will drop a link down below to all of these pages. I will drop a link down below to their website. I'll drop a link down below to their Twitter and also to this. Okay, to the DEX tools listing for them as well. So real quickly, wanted to show you this. This is just an update right here. By the way, this is their official Twitter page. I'll drop a link down below that you can check that out. 2,900 followers. Excuse me. Etc. So they have incorporated. So this LLC means they have a legally incorporated business entity here in the United States. That is something that they definitely need on a go-forward basis as they try to bring on board more centralized exchanges. So they were audited by CertiK, Locker Beta. We talked about that. We talked about the website's been updated, and of course right here, hey, they got a YouTube video coming from hey, yours truly. So there you go. On that, they got a really active Twitter feed, which is really pretty cool. Now, to kind of real quickly wrap up with a few things, you're looking at a 1 minute chart here, and you can see right here in the last 24 hours they are up 7%. And what I love about DEX tools is you can see all the buys and sells coming in, which is standard, right? Okay, you have that. But they have a pretty strong amount of buy side and there are sells occasionally, but it looks like the dips are being eaten pretty well, which is pretty good. Okay, so real quickly want to show you right here, 653 holders, market cap is only 3 million and change. Again, real early, okay? 653 holders is real early. So this is a brand new project that's coming out, not been out very, very long. Total volume right here is not real high, 116,000. If you want if you're looking to buy on Uniswap, I will drop the contract address down in the description as well, so you can get that right here. Okay, so I want to wrap up with a few final thoughts. As far as kind of what I see these guys are doing, again, with Kagelock, the anti-rug pull scenario, I think that is something that's a really unique scenario that they're doing there, and I think that's something that's really cool. I would love to see that reach a pretty significant adoption level, and it'd be cool to see that. So with all that said, run this through your own due diligence, check it out, and if it feels like the right one for you, then hey, you know what to do. But anyway, as always, I appreciate you and thank you for your time. I'll see you later. Bye.